5 things you absolutely must know when buying off-plan apartments in Rio de Janeiro. If you are about to buy an off-plan apartment here in Rio de Janeiro and a realtor or sales rep is texting you things like, you need to reserve today because another buyer is ready, pause. Not because the property is bad, not because na planta is always a mistake. Pause because when you buy off-plan in Brazil, you're not buying a finished unit. You are buying a unit with a plan that may work or not. And the quality of that plan and your future apartment is defined by the paperwork, timelines, and leverage, not by the decorated model unit and a beautiful brochure. I'm Luciano Oliveira, a Brazilian attorney also licensed in California and Texas. I'm here in Rio de Janeiro and I help foreign citizens buy real estate in Brazil with the kind of buyer-side protection that most people only realize they need after something goes wrong. Quick disclaimer, this is general information only, not legal advice and not tax advice. Let me give you the blunt version of the off-plan reality in Rio de Janeiro. Your realtor gets paid when you sign. Your problems start after that. That doesn't mean realtors are bad. It means incentives are not the same thing as representation. In Brazil, it is uncommon to have a true buyer's agent culture the way many foreigners expect. The sales structure is typically seller-driven. The project is being sold by the developer's ecosystem, and the system is designed to close, not to protect you. So if you are a foreign buyer and you think, I have a realtor, so I'm good, this video is your reality check. Now I will walk you through 5 things you should confirm before you put your money down, especially if you are already emotionally committed to a building and you are being pressured to reserve. Number 1, understand what the first payment really is. In real off-plan deals, the first money you send might be called a reservation, a proposal, a sinal, or a deposit. Whatever the label is, treat it like this. After you send this money, you have zero leverage to change anything related to the deal. Before you pay anything meaningful, you want to know who exactly is the selling entity. Is it the developer directly or a special purpose company created for the project? What document are you signing and what does it legally commit you to? What penalties apply if you back out? Because many foreign buyers discovered too late that the reservation was not a casual hold, it was the beginning of a contractual trap. Number 2, verify the project is properly registered and legally sellable. In Brazil, a series of plan development should have an incorporation registration at the land registry. This is the project's legal backbone. It's what tells you the development exists as a legally registered plan, not just a marketing pitch. This is also where you confirm that you are actually buying. Unit description, fractional share, common areas, specifications, and the legal structure of the development. If the sales presentation and the registered documents don't match, the registered documents are what will control the dispute later. So don't buy the brochure, buy the registration. If you are buying off-plan, one of the smartest questions you can ask is whether the project is under patrimônio de afetação, which is a legal structure that can help ring-fence the project's assets and finances from the developer's other obligations. It's not magic. It doesn't eliminate risk completely, but it can materially improve the risk profile. A foreign buyer should not be learning this concept after signing. This should be part of your decision before committing. Number 3, increasing monthly payments and delays as a standard. Believe it or not, most off-plan deals are not a fixed price in the way foreigners expect. During the construction phase, it is common for the payment plan to be adjusted by INCC, a construction cost index. In real life, that means the installments and the total paid can increase beyond what your brain can capture when you first saw the price. Foreign buyers get angry about INCC because they feel tricked. But the truth is harsher. It's often written in the contract, and people still sign it without understanding how it behaves over time. So make sure you understand the application of an index, and make sure you are financially able to handle the installment hikes. And don't forget about delays in the construction period, which will cause your final installment to be even higher than what you would expect. In Rio, delays are not rare, they are almost the rule. Your contract should clearly state the scheduled delivery date, any grace period, what triggers the end of construction obligations, and what your remedies are if the developer misses deadlines. Also, don't confuse the building looks done with the building is legally deliverable. There are legal milestones like the occupancy permit and registry updates that affect when you actually receive the unit, close it properly, and later sell or finance the property. Off-plan is not a set it and forget it purchase. It's a long project with legal milestones. Number 4, the exit plan because life changes. Foreign buyers often assume they will just resell, assign the contract, or cancel if something changes. In Brazil, exiting an off-plan contract can be expensive and slow. Some contracts allow assignment only under certain conditions. Some developers charge fees. Some projects create practical barriers to resell during construction. And if you try to cancel, you may face a distrato scenario where you don't simply get your money back. Penalties can be up to 50% of the money paid, and partial refunds can take time and even require litigation. Number 5, the foreigner paperwork reality nobody warns you about. If you're buying off-plan as a foreign citizen, you're not just buying a unit, you're getting, along with it, a cross-border compliance bunch of requirements. You will need a CPF. You'll need personal documents such as birth certificate, marriage certificate, divorce certificates, and other certificates authenticated in a very special manner. You may need a power of attorney if you are signing remotely, or maybe an e-Notariado, a special type of electronic certificate that could allow you to participate in the closing remotely. And you need to think about money movement. Does the developer accept wire transfer from abroad? How will you prove origin of funds if asked? Brazil does not run on the same banking habits many foreigners expect. Moving funds to Brazil may be a big pain in the neck in terms of compliance and doing the right way. And don't try to be the smart pants who think the so-called money apps will work for every situation. Now, here's the Rio-specific part that's very helpful. If you are handling your immigration procedures in the city of Rio de Janeiro, federal police registration appointments are done at Aeroporto Santos Dumont as of 2026. How to get there? Super practical. If you arrive at Santos Dumont, you are already in the right place. Inside the terminal complex, look for signs for Polícia Federal or ask the information desk for Registro de Estrangeiro. If you're coming from the city, the simplest route is an Uber to Aeroporto Santos Dumont. Uber references to Santos Dumont. Traffic changes everything, but this helps you plan. Centro Cinelândia, roughly 2 to 4 kilometers, often 5 to 10 minutes. Ipanema Leblon, roughly 11 to 15 kilometers, often 25 to 40 minutes. Barra da Tijuca, roughly 25 to 35 kilometers, often 40 to 7 minutes. And honestly, in our experience, the Federal Police Unit at Rio de Janeiro, Santos Dumont, is one of the most effective and friendly. This does not assure your experience will be flawless, but is still a big plus. Why does that matter for real estate? Because smoother immigration logistics can make it easier to stay organized for deadlines, signatures, banking, and payments without turning your purchase into a stress marathon. Bonus, the most real thing of all, emotion. Rio is not just a market, it's a place people fall in love with. That can be beautiful. It can also be expensive if you buy on emotion and ignore risk. So here's the correct mindset. When you buy off-plan, you buy a promise. Make sure this promise meets your goals, not your emotions, not your vacation mood. your goals like a budget that works and a timeline that meets your needs. And one more thing, since you're filming from Rio, Rio is a great arrival pad. There is a large expat community, the city and the state are incredibly beautiful, and once you learn the ropes, you can substantially reduce safety risks, which are real unfortunately. It is a unique mix of a huge city and a beach-style environment. There is pretty much anything you want and you can find over here. And Rio has a massive historic edge too. It served as Brazil's capital for a long time, which you feel in the city's institutions and culture. Many people come planning to explore Brazil later and then fall in love with Rio and never change places. If you are already looking at Planta and you're feeling pressure to just sign a reservation, this is the moment to slow down. We provide legal support for foreign buyers purchasing off-plan and new development real estate in Rio. We do project verification, contract review and negotiation, risk mapping, and guidance on money movement and closing milestones. If this was helpful, like our video, subscribe, and download our resource guide for this topic. See you in our next video.